Ah, Marianne, you're still here. Thank goodness. Marianne, get what you need. Come, my Lula said you could direct us to the church? Be straight with me. What is this place? Just another office, lady. Just another job. But you kicked out a congregation to set up your office? Lula said you could direct us to the church. I'm gonna let Shannon lead for a bit, because she was kind of getting reined in for a while there. I wasn't here for that, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. Still, I wouldn't judge it until you've seen everything. They've got a new church now. The Bureau set it up from the mouths of some of their old storage space. I'm sure it's very nice. Have you seen it? It doesn't sound like you've seen it. Go see it for yourself. Just back on the zero and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You could handle it. Thank you, Marianne. Vote of confidence. I wonder if we should go see the doctor first or go to the church first. Come on, Blue. We are going back on the road. Get your sweet hat over here and we'll hop in. They get back in the trunk. They have nowhere... The truck. They have nowhere to go. Let's get back in the truck. We've got tons of places to go. Oh. 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 Ah. But of course. The cactus. The lightning bolt. The sandwich. Wait, can we go to them when we... Nah, they disappear. Hopefully I didn't. Of course. The cathode ray, my favorite spot. The bottle, worshipped by many. You can make a religion out of that. The TV. Hey, you're looking kind of tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit? I'm fine. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Self-storage? I have no clue what's happening now. I was driving in circles and I thought it would repeat itself after a bit, and now we're in scene 2. I didn't mean to. St. Thomas Church. Oh, that's the storage facility. I thought we had to drive till the crystal and turn around. I never saw crystal. Shannon. Is that it? Over there? I don't see any congregation. It's dusty in here. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. Janitor. Brandon. Oh, here for the night mass? What kind of mass is it? Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange, a church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Same with the organist, and I found some old acetates in the Bureau archives, photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to do, right? We've all got a job. Right now we have to find some Bureau documents. Oh, you're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents to Unit C315 to make room for Mass. It's down at the other end of the building. Same floor. I need to get the night Mass started, but you can borrow my keys. You're top of the line, Brandon. Shannon, I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Yeah, I was looking for the doctor. Never found him. Brandon, nice lady. Oh, nice lady. Well, I better get this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Conway listens to the homily. Is your whole family Catholic? Brandon, oh no, we're not religious. I just watched and listened while the congregation did all this stuff, and I probably don't understand as much of it as you might think anyway. I know how to run the overhead projector and the tape player. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? Listens. How do you like working here? It's okay. I don't really know what else to do. I used to play a lot of card games, in high school. Some of my friends went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years we'll be hanging out in bars, playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in the bar because it looks like gambling. Alright, let's listen in on it. Beyond the church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago, and to honor the poor martyrs who were just unjustly persecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocations in their daily labor, but also having pursued their avocations in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, and finally martyrdom. There and our avocation begins, as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, to secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity. So this is like a hobby? If you asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow and I play the tapes and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be more serious word for it. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate, I don't think. I don't remember them anyway. Chen, hi. Got it. Got what? We're just talking about work and hobbies. I mean, got what? She got the document. Just listening to the sermon, that seems evident. What? I found what we were coming here to get. The file and street name changes. You don't look good. Yeah, he does seem kind of out of it. He's holding on and kind of... Really, you should have offered him a seat, Brandon. That would have been a lot more polite. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out, and then maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. I agree. Well, Brandon, it's been real. I'll catch you later. I'd explore more, but I don't like to see my protagonist in pain. Although a whole mine did fall on him. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay, my leg is stuck. Oh, we went back. Shit, okay, I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. Speaking of the mine falling on him. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. It's fine. I'm gonna be honest this time. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I'm okay. Can we listen to another one of those sermons? Don't let me keep you. You have work to do. I think I need to see that doctor. Yes, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, here and there. The bureau's the only way I know. Some of these folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came. Find the crystal and then turn around. But I didn't really find the crystal. I found the computer. And it was really the snap part that made it all work. The caves seem much smaller now. I find that a bit scary. Alright, we hit the crystal and then we turned around. And there's the bureau. Maybe I should have gone left the first time. Act 2, Scene 3. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Yeah, so I really don't think it worked out for that congregation. They gave up this big, beautiful building with TVs on the outside of it, and they lost their whole congregation in return. In a way, it's kind of sad and poetic. Oh, is that a cat? That's definitely a cat. Why can't I interact with the cat? Let me pet it. Let me pet it. No such luck. Hi, Marianne. She's gonna be like, you look bad. You should probably go sit down. Is this a boat right here? This almost looks like a boat in the foreground. Back so soon? Can we talk to the clerk Lula again? We need to go to the Interstate 65. I'm afraid she left. In a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant. We need to get to the Interstate 65. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate? I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. We're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lula's car. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Marianne, of course. This is in the neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Go on 65 southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Happy to help. It's that old happy to help again. I was wondering where my mouse went. It was loading. Oh, here we go. Marquise Farmhouse. So it's interesting now we have this top-down view in the real world, if this is the real world, but in that other one we're 3D. Is this 65? Nope, that was 65. I saw 68 here and I was like, well, then this is not 65. I should have trusted. Alright, and then we go right here. And it's set a bit more north. Traffic jam. A line of cars extends down the road in late night traffic jam. Conway and Shannon can faintly see and hear some construction on the road ahead. Get out of the truck and walk ahead. Drive away. Most of the drivers in line are reading magazines or lightly dozing. Walk ahead. Return to the truck. Try and start up a conversation. Conway taps the window, trying to get an older woman's attention. She snaps awake suddenly, but ignores him, focusing on a point just ahead on the highway. The road ends abruptly. A small crew of highway maintenance workers have been laying down a 10-foot stretch of road. They complete their project and step out of the way, as traffic briefly resumes. The cars stop again, and the maintenance workers begin on the next section. Dirt road. A dirt road runs into the forest. The path is worn by large tire tracks. A sign is posted, but the letterings have been smudged away by the rain. It might say something about a grove or a stockyard. The truck's headlights briefly glimmer on unknown surfaces between the trees. Ahead, the path winds to the right. Drive ahead, get out, and get back on. Push aside claps, branches, and spiderwebs, the material of the forest gives way to rusty, painted metal. Dozens of corroded pickup trucks, some broken into pieces by years of seasonal heat and cooling, clog the forest floor. Would our car have gotten stuck there as well? That's why I did not go forward. At this point, I'm just kind of exploring and couldn't find the doctor, but we found a scenic view. Shannon, I came out here on a date once. Conway, nice night. Oh, and the stars are kind of off. Oh, huh. Good memories? Not really. Yeah, actually. Yeah, these nights, it's mostly kind of a haze for me now. Just smells and sounds. This is nice, though. Why would we want to drive away? There's a sound growing in the distance, and things are kind of zooming in. I'm gonna wait for a second and see if there's impending doom approaching. I hope something happens soon. The crater. Gathered people, gathered people. I just want to look for a second, then we can interact. Young man. Well, I never heard of a bird so heavy or hot as that. No, I don't think you're right about that one. Well, man, you haven't heard much. I knew that already. I can tell you right now. You don't tell him a thing. If it was a bird, how'd it burn up like that? My father-in-law. Look, what do you guys say about it? Old William, that old man must see a flying saucer every night, and 2 on the weekend. I never. Now, I didn't say that earlier about flying saucers. You heard me. You know just a week ago up by the lake. So if we go by the lake, we could see some flying saucers. I don't see bird feathers, so I don't think it's a bird. Gathered people. Oh, and not one of you know a thing. I'm mixing up the voices. I'm sorry. I had it fine when it was 3 people. Not one of you know a thing about weird lights in the sky, but I'm going to tell you anyway. About 9 months back, I was sorting out the cans and bottles, and I saw 3 flashes that took up half the sky. They flashed in order, a few seconds apart. Red, green, blue. That's probably important. There's going to be some puzzle at some point. It's going to be like, what order do you want to put these in? Then about a few months later, I was fixing my lawnmower and I saw them again, but faster. Red, green, blue. Now just a week ago, I was microwaving some steam in the bag broccoli and I looked up and there it was out the window. Red, green, blue. So don't tell me about burning birds, lights in the sky, flying saucers. I know already. You preach it. You preach it. Ah. Young Ben. Well, that's all very interesting, but my cousin works for a TV station and he says they drop about 2-3 satellites a week. They just fall out of the sky. That doesn't seem like it's a good investment. Well, man, more like government satellites. Young woman, all I know is it wasn't a bird. That's all I care to know. Let's go check the scanner. And away we go. It wasn't a bird. It might have been a satellite. Who knows? They move on. They linger. If it's an alien infestation, this is how they know about it. But Blue came and Blue doesn't seem perturbed, so I bet there's nothing gonna happen. Tavern. Now there's some medicine. Blue. Been a while, eh? Not sure about this place. The lower depths. Never seen it before. Looks like trouble. Just has a dangerous look to it, I guess. Trouble for me, anyway. Ha. Caution. Red light. Bar door. Maybe the doctor's here? Shannon, strange. Sounds like music coming from inside, but the sign says closed. Maybe they're cleaning. I probably shouldn't be going into bars anyways. Yeah, it just sounds... I don't know. This place kind of creeps me out. It's okay. I'll just get a Coke on the road somewhere. Hard time served. Interesting. I was able to step into it, but... Could I go back here? Dumpster. The trash bin is filled. Several pair of working shoes, a few hats, a small Ziploc bag with 3 pairs of eyeglasses. I thought I was going to say eyeballs. Kinda disappointed. Anything over here to the right? I don't know. Blue's not shook. If he's not shook, then I'm not shook. I don't see the close sign, though. That's kind of creepy. I mean, it makes sense up above, but to the right. Kind of creepy. Van. side of the van is painted with the image of a cartoonish housekeeper effortlessly carrying a mountain of cleaning supplies, balanced on one hand. Impressive. The words painted below the image are too faded to read. Look inside the van. Conway looks inside the van, peering through a dusty window. Conway and Sherilyn can barely make out several piles of paper stacked on the back of the van. Some are piled on boxes, some loose. All of it is sheet music. Dr. Truman's house? Question mark. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum still partially under construction. Well, better museum educated than not, I guess. Perhaps. Maybe.